100 years ago, in a forest not too far from Albany, New York, there lived a gorilla. And that gorilla decided that on Halloween of each year, it would terrorize anyone who came to the park known as Thacher Park. And so, 50 years ago, in the year 1971, a hairy gorilla descendant came out to hairy gorilla's grave. And this hairy gorilla was angry because his hairier gorilla had been denied the life he deserved. And therefore this hairy gorilla, who, without being with a different hairy gorilla, was able to create a tinier hairy gorilla, decided that this gorilla would decide the fate of every person to step foot in Thacher Park from here forward on Halloween. But to enact this revenge, the hairy gorillas would have to be secretive and stealth. And so the mini gorilla, who would never grow in all that time, was planted discreetly by a scarecrow that was only 2.5 feet tall. And so we wonder what happens 50 years hence on Halloween 2021. "50 years later, in the summer of 2021, two friends were out for a walk at Thacher Park. And they were chatting with each other and having fun. And life was good. Until they noticed something on the ground. And so they began to speak to each other audibly so that we can hear also.
What is that? Is it lost? Oh, are you lost, little guy? Do you want to come home with us?
And so, as they picked up the gorilla, for whom his worst impulses and desires would be released by desires I mean pure evilness, would be released by removing him from the woods, unknowingly they lifted him away from his lair and left the forest. And so they went back to Isabel's house, where they decided to try to nurse the young gorilla back to health. Now, as fate would have it, the gorilla truly was fine. He had just been sleeping and was enjoying the woods. But they didn't realize that. And so look at what they did, and listen to them.
Isn't he sweet? Oh, he's so cute. Do you want a little toy? I'm starting to feel a little weird.
Indeed. Who would have thought, as they stand nearly frozen right now while I continue to speak, that the gorilla was beginning to release invisible toxins into the room that would change their lives forever in ways truly unimaginable, especially to their husbands and their children. And so indeed, the prophecy had spoken. But the real question is, what will happen on Halloween Day at Thacher Park 2021? Find out this Sunday.